Hey guys, in this video, I will show you solid evidence of ancient astronauts in Indonesia. There is a secret carving kept behind locked doors. This carving clearly shows a male organ entering a female organ. There is no doubt about this, but where is such a carving found? More importantly, why is it locked? Why is it forbidden to go and touch it? Luckily, on the other side, the latch has gotten busted. So let's go inside and take a closer look. This is found in an ancient temple called Candi Suku in Indonesia. The female part is carved in a very detailed fashion. The anatomical accuracy is stunning. There is an opening carved in the center, and we can see the flaps or labia on both sides. But there are strange details that cannot be explained. Look on this side, you can see 3 string-like projections. What is that? You may think this is just a mistake, but no, you can see the exact same detail carved on this side of the female organ as well. This is just bizarre because we cannot see such a detail in the human anatomy. Human females do not have these extensions on their bodies. So why does this carving show such a detail? But there is another strange detail carved here. You see the string that is carved around? Take a moment to think about what it could be. Archaeologists and historians of Indonesia have simply dismissed it as a garland of flowers or a wreath placed for decoration. But this shows the umbilical cord. This is not a garland or a wreath. This shows the result of what happens after the union of masculine and feminine energy. The twists or the knots in the carving clearly prove that this is an umbilical cord. Hindus believe that each twist in the umbilical cord is formed during each month of pregnancy. A human baby would be delivered after 10 lunar months. So the human umbilical cord was believed to have 10 twists. But there is a strange twist in this carving. Let's count the number of twists. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Yes, there are a total of 11 twists, meaning that the baby was in the womb for 11 months, unlike regular human beings. Was it human? Where is the baby that was cut from this umbilical cord? Did ancient builders carve the baby in the same temple? Right next to the locked door on the wall, we can see this weird carving. Let's take a closer look. Is that a baby crawling on the floor? I've not seen such a carving in my life. The face looks different. Its head seems to be unusually large, and its fingers and toes seem to be elongated. But the most important detail is on the top. Can you guess what this is? Take a good look and think about it. What is this? It's the placenta. The placenta is the organ that develops in the uterus during pregnancy. It provides oxygen and nutrients to the baby through the umbilical cord. When the baby is born, the placenta also comes out in bits and pieces. Interestingly, the placenta is carved in other ancient sites, including pyramids of Egypt. But why is it carved in this temple? But is this also a pyramid? Where do we see these carvings? All these carvings are found inside and on the walls of this pyramid-like structure. Is this ancient site in Indonesia somehow connected to the ancient pyramids of Egypt, or are they linked to Mayan pyramids in Mexico? Now, you may look at the structure and say, Praveen, this is not a pyramid. This is just a small covered entrance to the temple complex. We know Indonesia is thousands of miles away from Egypt and Mexico, and Indonesians did not build pyramids. You're just connecting this entranceway with ancient pyramids to spice up the video, right? No. Let's take a look at the main temple here. The main temple of the Candi Suku complex is this. Yes, it is a pyramid. I know we are in a remote hill in Indonesia, which is thousands of miles away from Egyptian and Mayan pyramids, but yet we see a perfectly built pyramid here. If you compare this pyramid with the Mayan pyramid of Chichen Itza in Mexico, you will be absolutely convinced that these two pyramids were built by the same builders. Both pyramids are built with four sides or facets, and they both have a flat area at the top used for a specific purpose during ancient times. But let's climb this pyramid and see what's up there. Maybe we can find some clue at the top. I know you are wondering about this weird piece of cloth on my hip. I never wear things like this, but just before I entered the temple, locals made me cover my waist. I tried to put it on like a scarf, but I was told that every visitor has to absolutely cover his private parts before entering the temple. Why? You will soon find out. At the top, you may think there is nothing but an empty square in the center. But look carefully, you can see a bunch of incense sticks, ashes, and flowers here, meaning people still offer prayers here. Why? Today it's empty, but what was originally found here contains the answer to all our questions. This stone statue was the only object found on top of this pyramid, and it is so shocking that it is now being stored in the warehouse of the National Museum of Indonesia. It is a giant 6-foot-tall lingam, but it's not the size that made archaeologists move it to a safe house. It is the strange and shocking features. It is carved with 4 testicles attached to it. Unlike other lingams, it is carved to look explicitly like a phallus. It even has a vein carved on it, hiding a cryptic inscription. But why is it carved with 4 testicles? Humans only have 2 testicles, so why did ancient builders carve something superhuman? But is it possible that we are misunderstanding this carving? Maybe this is not a phallus, and maybe these are not 4 testicles. Maybe the sculptor was trying to show something else, right? No. Look at this statue at the base of the pyramid. Observe very carefully. He is clearly shown with 4 testicles, 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom. There is no doubt about this. From the side view, it is clear that this is a testicle. See how round it is? So the sculptor is clearly depicting a 4-testicled being. This cannot be human. So we have to question if he is an alien. But how did his face look? Above, we can see something shocking. His head has been intentionally chopped off. Archaeologists are still searching for this missing head because it is a very important part of the puzzle. But who destroyed the head and why? There is a very interesting story about this. In 1815, a British officer by the name of Johnson was trying to map out all the ancient sites in this area. While locals helped him locate other temples, they never spoke about this temple, even though they knew about it. Apparently, locals were forbidden not only from visiting this temple, but were also forbidden to even mention its name. Upon, quote-unquote, discovering this temple, Johnson immediately informed other British archaeologists, and when they came here, they were shell-shocked. Why? Because they had never seen any ancient site that had been deliberately destroyed to this extent. According to reports, almost all the statues were intentionally damaged to make sure they cannot be recognized in the future. The heads of most statues were completely cut off. This is why British archaeologists immediately moved the 6-foot-tall lingam to a museum far away because they were afraid that the locals would come here and destroy that too. This is the same reason why this carving is also kept locked, because locals may still destroy it. But experts found something even more strange. The destroyers not only cut off the body parts of the statues, they also buried some of the parts underground. Why? This was done to make sure that nobody would come in the future and piece them together. However, archaeologists were able to unearth some parts and then piece them with the remaining parts above the ground. Here is one such carving. Again, you can see the key detail here. It has 4 testicles, not 2 testicles like humans. But how does the face look? It is shown with a thick, round helmet like a modern-day astronaut. We cannot see this ancient astronaut's face because of the helmet. And look carefully, he is shown with heavy boots. Again, like modern astronauts. Is it possible that the sculptor was trying to show ancient astronauts landing here? What we find nearby confirms this. Look at how humans and animals are all watching him in awe as the astronaut arrives on Earth. Every human and animal is shown watching him, indicating that this was a new, important event for our civilization. But what amplifies the mystery is not the details on this carving. It is the color of these stone blocks. Look at the difference in color. The first block and the third block are darker, while the second and the fourth block are light in color. Why? Because whoever destroyed this temple took the head part and the testicles block and buried them underground, while leaving these 2 blocks above the ground. The parts buried underground slowly changed color. This is why these 2 blocks are of a different color. Think about it. If you want to make a jigsaw puzzle useless, just take some parts of the puzzle and throw them away so nobody can put it together and see the full picture. Whoever destroyed this temple had the same idea. They did not want us to see the full picture of an astronaut landing with helmet and boots. And there's still 1 or 2 blocks missing in between. Who built an ancient pyramid in Indonesia? And why is it so similar to Mayan pyramids? Why were the locals forbidden from visiting this temple and were told not even to whisper its name? Why did they cut off the heads and destroy these stone statues? Why did they not want the future generations to see their faces? Why did they bury some parts of the statues to make sure we cannot see the full picture? Why do we see details that do not match with human anatomy? More importantly, why do we see an astronaut with a helmet and boots? You'll find the answers to all these questions in my next video. Bye.